Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJTRIP, and welcome to the Big Brother Week in Review, Week 1. And boy, what a Week 1 this has been, hasn't it? You didn't think that first night, or even that first day was going to be, it was going to be as chaotic as it has been. And it was it's incredible. So we're going to go over the stuff that happened this week. We're going to go over the alliances that have been made this first week, and any other thing that comes to mind about this first week. Obviously, tonight is week 2. It's not week 2, but it's the start of week 2. As Frenchie's household will be gone, as a lot of fans, including myself, are very excited that it is over and it is done, and we get back to some normalcy. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So where we left off from last week, Frenchie had won the HOH, and he had get that thing to roll the dice, and he would get him on the little platform. He would get 2 weeks of safety. Him and his team would get 2 weeks of safety. But if he didn't, he would lose the HOH, and he would go to the second place team. In hindsight, that may have been a better fit. But yeah, that's what happened. And so Frenchie started off weird. He went around. First of all, he did what I thought he would do, and what I would do. They went in by 4s, and he went up to the first 4 that went to him. I believe it was him, Xavier, Travis, and Derek F. I think it was the other one, right? Derek F. And he said to them, "You're safe. You're safe." So I get, I win. You're safe. Don't worry about it. So he did that. Then he started to go around and he started talking about things that just don't belong in his game. And he was saying that the old person ain't gonna go home first because he's not the oldest person anyway. Tiffany's the oldest person. She's 40, but the old person not gonna go home first. And then he started talking about minorities and women, and no women's gonna go home, and minorities. And it's some people are saying that it's formative wokeism, and I kind of think about this because Hannah and Tiffany were talking about it yesterday, and she mentioned the fact that that he was saying that he doesn't like the fact that minorities like go home first and things like that, and she realized that your original targets, your original nominations were a Latino woman and a black man, and a black and Mexican man. So what is that about? And Tiffany says it's he has his real feelings. Those are his real feelings. He really feels that way, but he doesn't have. He doesn't belong in this game. It doesn't. I've been saying that for years. It's things about the racism that happens in the outside world doesn't need to be brought into the Big Brother house. It doesn't. You shouldn't talk about it. The game shouldn't be about it. And there's no reason. And that's the reason why. One of the reasons why I am really frustrated with the fact that there are. That one, they decided to go ahead and do the whole 50%, as they call it, BIPOC, right? But then, so I was, because of my fear of what had happened and what has happened. I said last week, it's early. It says early, but it doesn't look like that. Any of the black people, and then I actually think it was the next day. Might have been the next day. No, I think we were outside. I don't know. It was either the next day or the day after. But wouldn't you know it? Here it comes, right? And it's gonna be unspoken, and it's the cookout, and You're gonna have Hannah and Kylan as well, and it just didn't need to be. It's the white people versus black people. That's really what it is. And this is like CBS is like. I really do believe this is CBS trying to stop because there hasn't been a black winner. But so a black person hasn't made Final Two since Danielle in season 3. That's 20 seasons ago. And so people are trying to make that so this just feels like CBS trying to make that happen by putting 6 black people on this show. And to me, that's just not the way it goes. It's like last night on the show, Ozza was talking about, it's just so good to have people here that talk about my culture and things like that. If you need people, if you need people of your own people of your own culture to try and win a game, then that game is not for you. You shouldn't need that people. You should be able to embrace the thing. I would say the same thing. If it was like Black Big Brother and they were putting all black people and then they put one white person in there, that white person should be able to. He or she shouldn't need other white people. She should be able to find common ground with the other black people that would allow them to connect with them and want to work with them. It's the same thing with black people, and it's this is. It really is going to really ruin the season for me. I can just feel it. Because especially with Frenchie, this guy in the house, he's gonna be telling people not to put up 2 black people because it's and like that. And it's so I don't know. It's first the only positive I hope. The only positive I hope is that yesterday Derek F. And Xavier, they were kind of talking about maybe talking about like the cookout not lasting, and Derek made something funny. Said they're gonna have to go home with the mac and cheese and stuff like that because this should not be. This is an alliance based on race, and that's wrong. This is not what we be alliances. The alliances that have been happening in this game have never been based on race. Maybe sure they've been a bunch of all white people, or maybe one minority or whatever. But it's stupid. It's absolutely stupid, and it is something that it's sickening and it just sucks. And I do hope that this cookout shit ends, and I hope some other people go home and get back to like playing the game just the way you should be played. It should be played. Just play it as Big Brother, and not we're gonna sit together because we're black. That's not the way it go. But anyway, that's the whole thing, and I'll get to the all alliances in a second as well. But as I was talking, so going back to Frenchie's original first day, he was talking about not putting up women and minorities. So then, so he had his, I guess he had his sights on Travis, Brent, and Christian, 3 so-called bro guys in the house, and he's got some insecurities, some major insecurities that he needs to try to get over with showmances, and he's got things with the race stuff and the things with. He's really got a whole bunch of stuff he's got to get over because it's just it might have ruined this first week because if I have no idea. I have no problem with him wanting to get out of big threat first. I can't say that that's something that I wouldn't want to do. If I won the first HOH, get out someone who looked like could be a big threat. Especially if there was someone that maybe didn't want to work with me or anything like that. And it was just And then, so then I said on Brent mainly. But then he went and talked to Brent, and Brent talked to him, and then Brent talked him out of it basically, and then I said I'm Christian. Christian was his next target, and he and they played it up on TV as if he had, he was seeing some things, but I'm not sure. But he basically had said that he saw some people. He saw Christian and Alyssa together, so he thought they were in the showmans. And he thought they were showmancing it up, and because Christian and Alyssa are on the same team. So he thought they were showmancing it up, so that he's going to go ahead and he's going to put him on the block. But then here comes the wild card thing, right? So the wild card plays, Hannah plays for the Kings. What do we call it? The Kings. Kylan plays for the Queens, and Christian plays for the Aces. I think that's what they are, because Frenchie's the Jokers. So those three play, and it's like every week is going to be, I hope it's something different. This week it was safety and the ability to save 1, 2, or 3 of your teammates. So they play. Christian win. Christian smoked it. Christian just smoked it. Kylan and Hannah, they just, I don't know. They ran overtime and the penalty and everything like that. So the Christian wins. He's safe. He gets to choose somebody else who's safe. And because he had heard that there were going to be no women on the block, he saves Xavier on the team, and let's say his other 2 members. So he gets Xavier's safe now. So he's safe, Xavier's safe. Now, who does he have to ask? Who else can he look at for a target? So he's still thinking that there is a showman, so he decides to put up Alyssa, because if he can't get Christian, he's going to get the quote-unquote next best thing, and he puts up Kylan to have Kylan be as someone who can play in the veto for him. Again, a black and Mexican man and a Latino woman, when he said he wouldn't want to put up minorities or women. He's already off the rails. So this happens, and then they have about a fucking 6-hour conversation, Christian and Alyssa and Frenchie, and basically Christian and Frenchie, not Christian, but Frenchie throws Derek X under the bus. Throws Derek X under the bus, and they put this shit on Derek X, and everybody comes up. Brent comes up. His Frenchie's team comes up with Brittany and Azza and Derek F. They all come up, and they have this conversation, and it is just. And Frenchie just keep saying the same fucking thing over and over again. And there's one thing he needs to work on. Because just saying the same thing over and over again makes it seem like that you are just like lying. Even though he may be telling the truth. So then the target gets on Derek X. Okay, so now Derek X is the backdoor plan. Now we're going to have Alyssa, and we have Kylan, and we're going to have all these people. And when Derek X plays in the damn veto, he gets picked in the veto by Alyssa. So we have that. Alright? So then they play veto. You saw it last night on the show. Derek X, you put pineapples and things on the thing, get your ball cherry into the glass. And when you know it, Derek X wins. Holy effing shit. So now you look at him. He was going after Brent first. Brent can talk himself off the block. He can't do it. So now he wanted to go after Christian. Christian wants safety. He can't go after Christian. Then his target becomes Derek X. He wins power veto. So what do you do? Right? So now he turns his attention to the last bro, which is now Travis. Right? And to be honest with you, like these guys like Travis and Christian and Brent may be kind of a bro. But I don't think Travis and Christian are really bros. They don't seem like that to me. People seem to have like this thing on, and the fucking Twitter is just no. Someone said this on Twitter anyway. Like these people are so a lot of these people who are on Twitter, on the Big Brother Twitter, like they are people who are not open-minded to anybody who's not them. If they're not black, they're not open to the black people. If they're not Democrats, they're not open to Republicans. It's sometimes it's just so fucking sickening. And I guess Travis maybe or maybe not be a Republican. Who cares? When it comes to the House, even like French and Brent said, they're Republicans, right? But they're not Trumpers. They're not Trumpers, and they don't have some of the things that they don't believe some of the things that the Republicans believe in, right? But immediately when they want to say Republicans, people on Twitter, now we definitely hate you. Now, you're bad people, you're horrible human beings. And you don't even know these folks. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's crazy. Anyway, so then Derek X, they talk and he says he wants you to use your power of veto on Kylan. Take Kylan off the block, he's going to backdoor Travis. But I don't know, he went somewhere. He was doing something He was doing something Sunday night. I think it was. No, Saturday night. I believe it was. Where he was asking folks with chess pieces who would they vote for, who would be on the block if it was Alyssa and Kylan. And it almost seemed like he wanted Derek X to not use the power of veto. Because even though, and then he said last night in the thing, he promised Travis safety. So he even told Travis, could you not? And I don't know if he was trying to save Travis for that, because Travis wasn't was part of that first four, or if he somehow got wary of Kylan. I don't know. But then he's doing that, and so, but that didn't happen. Derek X used the veto on Kylan. Travis went up, and Travis looked like he's going to be going home later on this evening. I think he's been okay with it, and seems like that, and really for the most part, it's been all good with Danny. There was a fun thing the other day. I think they think that was Sunday, but they were playing a game and with the billiard balls, and they called it dare ball, and they had people, if you did something and you didn't get the ball in the hole or whatever. Then another person had to do a dare. Then they were doing other things, like they had to give a lap dance to Claire. They had Alyssa handstand walk. As far as she could say her ABCs. I think Derek X had to eat a bowl full of slop with pickle juice in it or something like that. That was crazy. Tiffany had to be Frenchie, and it was so much so that they reacted the goddamn nomination ceremony with Tiffany being Frenchie. It was one of the funniest things that ever went down in the Big Brother house. It was hilarious what she did, but it's also so freaking wild that these house and these people, and it's just week one, but they redid the nomination ceremony. It's really. And Alyssa was there, and Kylan was there. Kylan was in the DR. They let Kylan come out of the DR to do this nomination ceremony. I'm guessing it's going to be on TV tonight. I'm guessing that's why. They wanted this to be on TV. And nobody got pissed off at it. So it's unreal what has happened so far in this game, and we'll see. right now everybody's still cool, everybody's still lovey-dovey and things like that. There have been some things going around. We're going to talk about the alliances next, but man, this is just this first week, just yeah, it's been like that. All right, so let's talk about these alliances, and I got them here on my phone. The Big Brother Junkie. His at is at 89 Razor Skate 20. He or she has made this like alliance thing happening, and so. By the way, if you're still wondering about the teams and everything like that, the teams are the Jokers. The Jokers consist of Frenchie, Azza, Brittany, and Derek F. The Aces are Whitney, Brent, Derek X, and Hannah. The Kings are Christian, Alyssa, Xavier, and Sarah Beth. And the Queens are Claire, Kylan, Tiffany, and Travis. And I probably got them confused. I get confused the Kings with the Aces, things like that. So those are the teams in this thing. So let's talk about their alliances. The Slaughterhouse, right? So this is the alliance that Frenchie came in wanting to make. He already had it come in Slaughterhouse, and then he had the alliance inside the Slaughterhouse that he just called the Butchers. So the Slaughterhouse consists of Whitney, Brent, and Alyssa. Those are the members on the outside, and then the other members of the Slaughterhouse, but the 5 Butchers are Frenchie, Xavier, Kylan, Derek F, and Christian. So we have that, right? So Frenchie has a final 2 with Derek F, Christian, Brent, and Whitney. Jesus Christ. Frenchie's in a lot of this shit. He's been stirring up. He's gonna be gone before jury. I truly think. I truly think unless his team wins every HOH until jury, he's got to be gone before jury, because they're gonna find out. Because I will say this: these people are doing a lot of. They are doing a lot of sharing information, and they are doing a lot of, and they are like trusting a lot of people for other people. Like Kylan told Sarah Beth about the Slaughterhouse, and I think maybe even the Butchers as well. So we talked about the cookout earlier. It's to all the black people, right? Azza, Derek F, Tiffany, Kylan, thing, and Hannah is an unofficial member. I don't know why. She's black. She's half black. Okay, so Kylan, let's see. So Derek X and Travis have the bromance, although Travis is getting ready to go. Alyssa and Christian have a final 2. Derek F and Christian have something going on, I guess. And Kylan and Sarah Beth, they've been getting real close. They really trust each other. So there's that. And then there's a Girls Alliance that is the jackpot. That is Tiffany, Claire, and Sarah Beth. And then Azza, Brittany, Claire, Claire and Tiffany. They are in the quote unquote French kisses, but none of the girls and Frenchie. None of that is a real alliance. Frenchie made that alliance so that he could go back and tell people that the girls can't act the winning alliance. So that's why he did that. And the girls think it's bullshit as well. But I think I mentioned Azza, Brittany, Claire, and Tiffany. They made an alliance themselves. The girls that Frenchie wanted for the quote unquote French kisses, they've decided to fuck Frenchie, and they're gonna come together. They're gonna be called the Kingslayers. So that's them. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything that is going down. Again, follow at 89 Razor Skate 20 on Twitter. Big Brother Drunkie. He shares, he or she shares Big Brother news, updates and polls and everything like that. Gives live updates, and There's a lot of recruiting, and really what you want to follow them for is because of the alliance and deal, so that you can get them straight. And I actually think there may even be more. He or she may have, may have missed, may have missed a few. Because I think there are some others on there that this. Because apparently, like Whitney, Tiffany, and Frenchie were supposed to have something together because they were, they were parents, so they would do them together. I don't know if they made it official or not. So yeah, it is wild, y'all. What a first week of this season. This is people. This is unreal. So I think this could be a very good season. I really do. I really think this could be. Again, I'm not a big fan of the fact that they put 6 black people in this house, and and then they've gone ahead and made a all black alliance. Like I said, I am hoping that Xavier and Derigoff are like, they will screw this and they will, find a way to, go away from that alliance and break that thing up, kind of, and they can go their own separate ways. And I also hope that if there is a black person in the final 2, or if there are 2 people in the final 2, I hope that they one of them, or maybe both of them, are worthy enough. Because that's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is the fact that you put 6 black people in that house, and one of them makes it to final 2, and then wins, becomes the first black person to win this game. But they win not because they played the game, but they win because there were 5 black people in the jury, and they just voted for him or her because she was black. And then that's all it would take. That's all it would take. And there's one reason why, like I said earlier, there's one reason why I believe that CBS did this just so that they can get that stigma away from them about not having a black champion and not having a black winner. Because really, you're gonna really tell me that there were no other better people? That, or not other better people, but you're only gonna put 1 Latino, you're only gonna put 1 Asian, but you're gonna put 6 black people in the house. You didn't think to yourself, okay, well, maybe we should have 3 black people, have 3 Latinos, and maybe have 3 Asians. Come on, fill it out, right? Maybe do that, make it even, or something. They didn't think. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but man, it just reeks of that, and I just. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it's like we mentioned earlier. Here we are. It's Thursday. French's HOH is done. We're gonna have a new HOH crown later on tonight, and shit going to be very interesting. All right, y'all. Put your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think of this first week of French's HOH? Let me know what you guys think about the alliances that have been made, and are there any people that are like becoming like the things high and low, like I like Tiffany, I really do. I hate, I've been just reading some stuff on Twitter that from earlier this morning, where it looks like that she and Claire and Azza are kind of figuring out Frenchie's alliance, so to speak. So she's a damn good player, but again, she's got that, she's in mix with the cookout. If she was just on by herself, she would be so, oh my gosh, she would be so like great. Or even not even by herself, but again, maybe she was just on with, it was just her and Xavier and Kylan. Because those are the ones like I kind of enjoy the most out of the cookout. If it was just those 3, that'd be fine. And like I said, she was so funny doing Frenchie. It really is. And so I really enjoy when she is doing something on live feeds. I really enjoy that. Of course, Whitney, her being absolutely gorgeous and everything like that, the hottest woman on the show. Obviously, I need her to stay. And I think again, like Xavier, I think he's pretty cool too. I think I pretty much I liked it. What was it? The Aces? They were the Aces. Yeah, I think I liked the entire Aces. Alyssa, Xavier, Christian, and Sarah Beth. Really like Sarah Beth. So that's probably who I would be probably rooting for. I would be probably rooting for the Aces. I would be rooting for those four to kind of hopefully stay together and kind of make it to the Final Four. As of right now, things can change, the drop of a dime and everything like that. So, and like I just mentioned, I was reading something on there, something like that. Right now, they are in their break. They're doing their little. I don't know what the fuck they do. They just, I get the rehearsal. I guess they're doing the rehearsal right now, because usually on Thursdays, from when I started watching back in 19. On Thursdays, they get them up, they up, and then feeds cut off for an hour or two, something like that. Feeds cut back on for a few more hours, and then like around 2 to 3 hours before showtime, they cut the feeds off entirely, so that because they're getting ready to go live. So and I think that first. That first feed cut is rehearsal, and I think it is. I'm not sure. It's either a rehearsal. The rehearsal could be actually before the actual show. It's either a rehearsal or it is it's some type of lockdown, because I think. I remember one time they talked about they all go into the HOH room, so it could be some type of lockdown where maybe like they're getting set, they're getting set for the TV show, something like that. I don't know, but whatever it is, I think it's some part of rehearsal, because if you go back to 2021 and the whole, when those fees were cut. In week 6 or 7, and that whole thing went down with Jack and thing, and everybody just, before the show started, it was incredible. So yeah, I think that's the big deal here. With that, and we'll see when we come back if Travis is still going, or if they fully figured it out and they think they're gonna make a flip and try to get a list out. We will see. This day keeps going quicker and quicker. So, yes, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be back next week reviewing week 2 of Big Brother season 23. So, as always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there, and I am out.